Hey guys, it's Bendy Penguin 64. Welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. In the last episode, we completed Old Tanis, I believe. It's actually been a few days since I last recorded, but as far as I remember, we completed Old Tanis and got ourselves a brand new PDA from Steve, as he calls himself now, because turns out Captain Quark survived that last battle, but he's now gone into hiding because his name is now Mud. So yeah, in this episode, we will be exploring the robot factory, or the robot plant. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. And this thing right here looks like an enemy, but no, it's just a part of the background. It's nothing to worry about. But anyway, yeah, been a few days since I last recorded, which is kind of the norm recently. I've been too busy working on other stuff. I say working on other stuff, and first off, I think we want to go down here, and we have a couple of puzzles. If we just use the Hydra Pack to swim through these rings, and I think this is only possible with the Hydra Pack, by the way. If you just swim normally, you're in big trouble. But anyway, yeah, got some death traps here. But anyway, it has been a few days since I last recorded because A, I've been busy watching more of the Twilight Zone, because if you know me, you'll know that I've very quickly become a massive fan of the Twilight Zone. I'm dead serious. It is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. I love it to bits. It's so good. And additionally, I've started working on a new game, which is kind of a satirical game, you could say. It's like a platformer, well, sort of a platformer. It's inspired by a lot of shovelware that gets, like, just dumped onto storefronts nowadays. Like, you know, somewhere down the line, Steam stopped caring about quality control and stuff like that. I'd like to think that it didn't, and that Steam still places a lot of emphasis on quality control, but yeah, if you watch a lot of videos that document new Steam releases, yeah, Steam storefront, it's no longer really considered a privilege to get on Steam, because at this point anyone can do it if it's got a publisher backing it. I don't know, too much intelligent talk or whatever. Anyway, oh, gold bolt, lovely. What I'm trying to say is that... No, get out of that. Whoa! Isn't that supposed to be instant death? Wait a minute. I think I glitched out the lighting by getting hurt and falling into the lasers, but then getting out again before dying. I think I've glitched out the lighting so it thinks I'm getting shocked. Okay, hopefully this cutscene does not fix it. Okay, lighting's still glitched up, and the bolt grabber, I believe, actually increases the range that we can pick up bolts, in which case, yeah, I'm just going to kill myself now to get rid of this lighting glitch, because it's really putting me off. And whoa! Actually, you know what? No, I regret that. I should have gone outside first to take a look around. That looked pretty interesting. But anyway, I've started working on a new game. Not sure how long that's going to take to finish. But it's kind of inspired by Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, where it just takes the mick out of shovelware, like how they have bad loading times and stuff like that. And it's just cobbled together from store-bought assets. And oh, wow, I forgot how devilish those big robots are. Okay, you want to watch out for these guys. And also, something that I never noticed about this level the first time that I played this game when I was a kid. Does this look familiar to anyone? Because if it doesn't, it really, really should. Because if you're a regular watcher of these Let's Play videos, and whoa, that's for something later, we'll get into that in a bit. If you're a regular watcher of these videos that's been watching since the first episode, you might notice that this is the same robot factory that Clank escaped from in the very first episode. So yeah, almost 30 episodes later, and we've actually returned here. Never thought I'd see this place again. In which case, now we can break open all of these boxes that were sort of advertised to us in the first video. Well, actually, were these boxes on display? Like, could you actually see these in the first cutscene? I don't know. And I believe that this is a good place for metal detecting, so I'll just... did I just say detecting? No, detecting, so I'll just take a look around here for a bit. And also, just as I was about to walk into that door, the help desk girl actually gave me a bit of a warning, and that is because we cannot go through that door. Like, you see this big door right over here? Well, oh wait, here it is. Yeah, we need the Gadgetron Holler, guys, because unfortunately we cannot go through here. The robots go crazy. Like, hang on, he's going to press that switch, the alarm goes off, and then I believe it sends a bunch of lasers after us that are unavoidable. I almost said undodgeable, but actually that would have sufficed. I don't know, unavoidable sounds better. But they launch a bunch of lasers at you. You cannot beat that stage unless you have the Holler, guys. So do not bother going in there. You will die, or at the very least get severely injured, because those robots don't even think about taking prisoners. They're out for blood. And did I get all of the bolts here? Yeah, I think I did. And actually, you see that big arena right here? That should also look familiar because, sure enough, this is where they're making the mechs, as we saw in a couple of episodes ago, where we got the infobot for this place. And whoa, they brought these robots back. I forgot about that. Oh, well, that makes me sad. I hate these things. But if I remember correctly, this is actually a fairly good place to grind for bolts. I say fairly good because this is not the exploit that I've been building up to. And I know that I've just been going on about that for the longest time now, just talking about this magical exploit that gets you infinite bolts. But trust me, we will be getting into the exploit very, very soon. Or at least hopefully very soon. Hopefully in the next few episodes. In which case, trust me, it was worth all of the build-up because it's very much worth your time. But sure enough, even though this isn't the exploit, this is still a good place for grinding bolts if I remember correctly. Let's see, a few more robots. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not going to bother using fancy weapons. I'm going to use my wrench because I'm going hardcore. And, oh, okay, we have some more metal detector patches. Whoa, don't laser me. Oh, I should have used some kind of extra weapon. Oh, wait, it's okay, we got him. Hey, there you go. And actually, now that I think about it, is there friendly fire so that those robots can electrocute the dogs? I'd like it if there was, because it would make my job a lot easier, but, no, well, you can't win them all. And while I'm on the scene, I might as well do some metal detecting. And also, if I remember correctly, not only is this place a good place to grind bolts, but also, I think that there is a trespasser puzzle around here somewhere that gives us quite a few boxes, in which case, I'll most definitely be looking for that. Ah, there it is. Wasn't sure where to find that metal detector patch for a second. It's okay, we found it in the end. Whoa, there's quite a few bolts to be found in this place. Let's see, wait a minute. Oh, no, this is something else. This is, I have no idea why they choose to add this, but there's an item that we need to get later in the game that will allow us to enter here. Wait, now that I think about it, is there some kind of item hidden there? I don't know why they couldn't have just made that a regular trespasser puzzle, but okay, apparently they thought it was actually necessary to make you get a whole new item just to go through, like, 2 doors. Actually, is it 2 doors? Because I seem to remember that there's one item you need to find that unlocks that door and maybe one other. I can't remember. It feels kind of tacked on, but you know what's not? What we're about to see here. This is awesome.
Hey, you need help fixing that thing?
Actually, I'm trying to destroy it.
Why?
I was contracted to re-engineer my enlarging machine to create huge, heavily armed mechs.
So that's where those mechs came from.
And now they're selling them.
Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs long enough for me to sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me back?
I've never tried that, but in theory, yes.
Sweet. So sure enough, this is something that became integral to a few games in the series. Can't remember how many games this is actually featured in, but this is something that I loved when I was a kid. So press triangle, and sure enough, I love that little detail, by the way, where his head enlarges. That is just awesome. So sure enough, yeah, there we go. We became Giant Clank. And if I think about it for a second, can we transform into Giant Clank multiple times? I think we can. Oh, and by the way, yeah, as Giant Clank, you are an indestructible killing machine to the tiny enemies. You can smash through stuff, you can jump and create a shockwave, like just their little shockwave. And also, if you press triangle, wait for it, that happens. You unleash a giant ball of energy. This is just the best thing. It's overpowered and I love it. I loved this detail when I was a kid. But anyway, I believe that if we destroy these mechs and these helicopters as well, I believe that these guys all give us a very, very generous amount of bolts, I seem to remember. So this is where you can find a good place for grinding. So I believe that we can transform into Giant Clank and fight these mechs multiple times if we want to, even after we've helped the scientists out. I think we can at least. So then you can just keep destroying the mechs over and over again, and sure enough, look at that, just one of those things, like one of those helicopters or mechs got me almost 100 bolts. Wait, how much do they give you? Regular mechs are worth... Yeah, that was about maybe 150 bolts or something. I don't know. That was a lot of bolts. So really, it's very monotonous because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. But sure enough, this is a very good place to grind. So wait, no. Let me unleash my ball of energy. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, sure enough, really great place to get some bolts fairly quickly. It's not the exploit, but believe me, it will do. I remember that I used to not really abuse this. I used to go through this a lot when I was a kid, like trying to earn bolts honestly. But it wasn't really tedious because I loved Giant Clank.
Nice to have you back. I guess.
Ratchet, stop doing that.
Controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
So sure enough, we can transform into Giant Clank multiple times.
This'll help.
And we get a new info bot for Retro Balls.
New! From Gadgetron, the makers of weapons and other fine products, comes the Hollow Guys. With the Hollow Guys, you can fool robots into thinking you're one of them.
And he did it right in front of them. They're just that stupid.
Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes. We're only in sanctioned areas. You will not actually become a robot.
Okay, fair enough.
Get that thing, I'll be able to get past those robot guards.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Aw, Ratchet. Throw Clank a bone, boy. You don't do that. Yeah, even when Ratchet has actually come to his senses and realised that we need to stop Drek, he's still kind of mean to Clank. Oh, that's harsh, Ratchet. Don't do that. But okay, planet Kalibo the Third, or Kalibo Ill, maybe? Like, I don't know. Maybe that is Kalibo Ill, so it's like a capital I and two L's or something. I don't know. Now, Kalibo 3 sounds better, so let's just go with that. But anyway, so sure enough, we will need the Hollow Guys in order to get through this area right here. Yes, see, sure enough, the Gadgetron Hollow Guys, and we can only get it from Gadgetron headquarters. And this has actually been quite a short video so far, but maybe that's a good thing because I don't want these videos to go on for too long. So you know what? Probably a good idea to just travel to Gadgetron's site. Yeah, that's Kalibo the Third, sure enough. Actually, now that I think about it, how many gold bolts are there here? Okay, there's 2. Okay, I think they're both in the factory, so we can't go for either of those until we've got the Hollow Guys. So we might as well just go to Gadgetron's headquarters and see what happens. And sure enough, one more cutscene with Chairman Drek. Oh, this ought to be good.
This is starting to become annoying. I'm not sure why I bothered with you incompetent idiots. All right.
Got a bit of a Three Stooges thing going on.
You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadgetron to get rid of them, so be it.
So sure enough, Drek is just the big douchebag that he always was. So yeah, he doesn't care if innocent people get killed in the process or anything. No, all that matters is that he achieves his goal. There you go, he's like a robot without the first Asimov law or something like that. Actually, what are the Asimov laws for robotics? Like, a robot shan't harm a human, a robot shall do anything to complete its task, as long as it doesn't involve hurting a human, and I forget what the other one is. I think it's like, do whatever your master says or something, can't quite remember. But sure enough, here we go, and now that I think about it, does blowing up any ships get me a skill point here? I want to say that it doesn't, because these things are flying around way too quickly for me to actually lock onto them. So yeah, a bit of a shorter video today, but maybe that's a good thing. So I think we're going to end it here. So thanks for watching, and next time on Ratchet and Clank, we will explore, that's terrible pronunciation. No, explore with an L, with a big L as big as Microsoft Word can make it. No, explore Gadgetron's site and see if we can find ourselves a Hollow Guys. And how many bolts do I get? 6 bolts. Oh, that's not worth my time. So anyway, yeah, next time, Gadgetron HQ. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.